I came from a background of, well, I'm 51 years old, and I would say I've struggled on and off with binge eating for, gosh, I learned it pretty young, like 16 years old, maybe. I had episodes, but it wasn't as consistent as it got, to the point when, it would happen periodically, and I never associated it with the fact that I was going on diets. I just did not make that connection. I just thought it was just me who had a problem with food, that I had some sort of food addiction to sugar or cheese or ice cream. I just thought, me and Ben and Jerry's just had an addiction there. And I just never made the connection. And it got really bad when, I would say the worst ever, when I started competing in this called figure competitions, and you're on a very, very strict diet. And I took it very, very seriously, and I stuck with it. And my God, after that, I just thought there was something wrong with me. I just did not make the connection between the fact that I had been in such a restriction on not only calories, it was even just what types of food. Somebody was telling me, a coach was telling me what to eat. And sometimes I had to eat things that I didn't want to eat, and I was completely unsatisfied. And it was just, I went through a crazy period 5 years ago where I was desperate. And I didn't realize this happened to so many other women that competed like I did. I mean, seriously, there's a whole group of women that could use help. And I feel like I want everybody to know about Elisa, because it's just like, I could have been in this for years if I hadn't found her book. Honestly, years. Because I kept trying to diet, because I'm like, what's wrong with me? And then I was gaining weight and binging, and I was just, well, I have to diet again and go back and do what I was doing, because, that's the only way. And it was just really, I was so much anxiety and so hopeless. And I just felt like this was going to be it for me for the rest of my life. I just had an eating disorder that everything I had read said it was emotional, and it was, oh, you're addicted to sugar. And that's the worst thing you can do, is to cut it out and to say, oh, I'm addicted to sugar, I'm not going to eat it anymore. That is like the worst thing you can do. It's like, it perpetuates the problem, and all these different diets and eat this and don't eat that, man. I mean, once I stopped all that, when I got Elisa's book, I made a commitment. And seriously, on May 4th, since I read that book, and I said, that's it, I'm just not going to diet anymore. And I just followed everything she said. And I had to just trust, because it's a journey. It doesn't happen overnight. But I have not binged since that day, since I stopped dieting. Since in my head, I told myself, you're just not going to diet. And I was tempted so many times over it was May. So what was that? That's like, it's been 8 months, 9 months, and I haven't binged once. I mean, that is the longest that I have not binged in, my lifetime, honestly. And it's a progression, I went through this thing where I thought, well, I'm just going to be an intuitive eater. I had tried that before, like all these books about intuitive eating. You have got to work through all the not psychological, but you've deprived yourself and told yourself for so long, I can't have sugar, I can't have gluten, I can't have cheese, I can't have dairy, I have to eat this much, I have to exercise this much. You have to allow your body and your mind to know that you're not going to do that to yourself anymore. And then it progresses, but you have to get through that, and it feels like you're overeating. I mean, coming from a binging background, I know the difference between overeating and binging. Overeating is just eating more than that you probably, it just feels like a lot, but it is not binging. Binging is a whole nother category. And I was aware of that. And Elisa's book made me aware of that. And I actually did some coaching sessions with her that helped me through the times when I was really doubting, because you're like, when is this ever going to get better? And it does, though. It's an incredible sense of freedom. And I'm still progressing. I mean, I can still feel like, my God, I never thought I'd be where I am today. I just never thought it was possible for me to just go out and eat and just be normal. I don't really overeat anymore. I mean, I went through a period of overeating. I just did. And it was just because my body needed the food and my mind needed the food. I needed to know I was free to eat whatever I want. And now it's not like such a big deal anymore. Like, I don't know. Ice cream used to be my thing, and I can't tell you the last time I had ice cream. I ate my ton of ice cream when I stopped dieting. Got over it, and I'm fine. Like, I don't even. It's just. I mean, it's just you have to trust when you read the book that it will happen for you, and it might not happen right away. But for me, it unfolded exactly the way Elisa said, and it takes time. If you think it's going to happen in a week and you're just going to be all fixed in a week, it took me 30 years to get where I am. So no, it wasn't overnight, but hey, 8 months, not bad. And one other thing, it gets scary at the point when you're first starting on this journey, because you will eat, your body's been starved and you've been starved and mentally you've been starved, and you're going to gain a little weight, right? I gained a little weight, and it was scary for me. It was scary for me. It stabilized. Elisa said it would, that your body will find its place. It will find, and it has. And I've never been healthier or felt more just good. And it kind of just finds itself. I mean, it's crazy. It's hard to believe, but it's true. For me, I put the coaching in just at the right time, because I had been, I think, 3 months already, no binging, and I was feeling really insecure about my body image. I don't know. I don't even think about it really anymore. But at that time, I was so insecure and so concerned, because my body hadn't really adjusted back to where it's naturally to be. It was still working through not dieting and me understanding, what I wanted to eat. It just was working through some things, and I was like, really felt like I wanted to go, like I really felt like I wanted to go back to dieting, but I knew I didn't want to. I knew I shouldn't, but I wanted to, And so the coaching was just the perfect thing for me to talk with Elisa to help me get over that bump. And it actually was perfect timing for me. It was right at that point where I was like, okay, I've had success and I know this is the right thing, but I want to slip back into my old habits. And just talking with Elisa like once a week, I was able to talk through like the situations. She was able to reassure me and help me understand, like, this is how you're going to feel, and don't worry, it was just it was helpful to have somebody to talk to that I didn't personally have in my life that I could share it with, who could even remotely understand. Like, my boyfriend didn't understand at all. Like, talking to him was actually reverse help for me. So at least it was really just a positive experience. And then after that month, like, I pretty much got over that hump and things kept progressing. It just helped to keep me going on the journey, really, is what was really perfect about it for me. So I would highly recommend it. At any point where you feel like you're on the right path, but you're somehow feeling like you want to regress, or you just need a little push to go forward, it would be perfect timing for it. Right now, I would honestly say I'm an intuitive eater, whatever that means. To me, it just means that I need to eat something. I can either eat what's in my fridge. There's not a lot of drama around it. There's not too much thought process in it. I always ask myself, like, okay, well, what is it you want to eat? And if it's not available, it's okay. It's not like this craziness, like, oh my God. And something, if it pops in my head that, oh, I want a cookie, or I have the cookie. I mean, and no drama around it. And then sometimes, what's really gotten good for me is, like, at a certain point, you get to the point where you can ask yourself, like, okay, you may want a cookie, but do you really want the cookie? Like, for me, it's like I'm able to make actually better decisions for myself, because I truly feel like I have a choice. And my choice, I always ask myself, okay, if you really want to, go ahead. But like, particular pizza, like, pizza has a lot of salt in it, and like, so I love pizza, but I don't feel so hot after I eat it. I'll eat it, but so sometimes I'll be like, oh, I want pizza. I'm like, you always feel like all like, after you eat it, you don't feel so great. You really want to eat that. And if I still want to eat it, I eat it. And if I don't, and then sometimes I'll make a better choice and something I like just as much, but maybe I feel better after eating. And I think I'm much more coming from a place of like, how do I feel how does this feel when I take it in me, and I think about it, and sometimes it helps me to make a better choice, and sometimes I just go with, I go with it, whatever it is I want. But I don't, like, the only times maybe I overeat a little bit now is if I let myself get, like, because of work, right? So say I'm at work and I'm so busy and I just grab lunch and then I have a big stretch before I'm working late and maybe I didn't bring a snack with me or something. I am starving by the time I get home. Yeah, I might overeat because I've let myself get past, but that's like, I think that's kind of normal. Like, it's not overly eating because, like, oh my God, I can't stop eating this. It's because I'm just so hungry. And I try not to let myself do that. I try to be like, if I know I'm going to work late, I try to bring something with me, even if it's a banana or like a Lara bar or something. And then I don't have that problem. It takes the edge off and I go home and I eat a normal dinner, right? So I think an important thing is not to let yourself, like, literally get over hungry. But yeah, I would say, like, it's not a drama. And, I used to be scared, like, if I'm allowed to eat whatever I want, I'm just going to eat ice cream all day. And I'm just going to eat chocolate all day. And I'm just going to eat, bagels all day and stuff that I consider bad, right? It's not bad, right? But, sometimes I feel like I knew too much about food and I had too much restrictions. And no, you don't. I mean, you might at first because, at first I did. I ate a lot of cheese. I ate a lot of pasta. But I still eat cheese and pasta. I just don't eat it every day anymore because I know I can have it whenever I want. And, I don't know. It's like what Elisa says. It just becomes, you just start making decisions for yourself and you won't eat. You won't eat like that every day. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but that's kind of how it turned out. As far as coaching goes, like I had said earlier, that if you time it where you feel like you're ready to hear more and that you just need some extra reassurance to stay on your journey. I mean, that is really what I found was critical for me. I just needed that reassurance that when I was feeling very vulnerable and wanting to maybe backslide a little bit, to really just have somebody to talk to help you stay on your path, answer some questions because you haven't experienced it yet yourself, but to talk to somebody who has and has gone through it and is able to, I mean, Elisa really speaks very clearly and she's very supportive and just articulate and helps you understand where you're going next. Because you're not there yet, but you need somebody to help you understand that this is a step in the process. It will eventually look like this. And to remind yourself that you're just in this moment in time and it's just a journey. I mean, it really is just a journey and things continually evolve better. And it's just somebody to show you the path, really, who's been there, and you just have to believe. I mean, you really do. You just have to believe and trust. And I did. And yay!